Today I am back on the hunt for the furnace. We did not find it yesterday. Matthew's at school today. He couldn't come with me, but I got off work early and I had to come back out. I got a better idea of where the furnace is now. I watched a YouTube video, and I'll give them credit, somewhere right here. I can't remember his name, something archaeology. And so in watching their video, I found that it is across the river. And so I'm about to cross the river and see if I can't find what they found in the video. The video was 4 years old, but the ruins will still be there. I'm standing on my foot. You got to get out from under my feet, bro. I can't move. I do like how he stays with me, though. I wouldn't be able to do this with this any dog off the leash. He doesn't run off. He wants to be with me, so makes it possible. And I wouldn't try and walk a dog on a leash across this. And just like that, I have found it. Awesome. A lot quicker than yesterday. And again, thanks to the guys that made the video. I wouldn't have been able to find it without you. Very cool. Very cool. I'm glad to have found it. This is the smallest one I've seen yet, and the least amount of rubble I've seen of it at a furnace yet. I think it's the oldest one I've been to, if I'm not mistaken. This was operating before any of the others. Supposedly there was 2 furnaces here, the taller one being 29 feet. It's possible that the second one was built on the other side of the river, and that some of the rubble I saw yesterday was from the second one, and that people have removed the the debris from it, because I'm only seeing one set of ruins here. I'm going to look around some more. Not a lot of information to go on. This is so long ago that anybody that knew anything about it is dead, and their kids are dead. So really all we've got is books and second and third hand accounts of this place. Pretty cool though, isn't it, Colby? He likes it. Still would like to know where the dam was, because the report on the internet, and none of that was accurate, it had me on the wrong side of the bank. So it said it was 150 yards downriver from the dam, and it's possible, like I said yesterday, that the dam was built on top of that natural structure. But in reading more last night, it was cables that crossed the river, and they were citing information from a book that a woman wrote in 1912. And so I found that book on Amazon, and I ordered it so that I can kind of read the book myself and see what she said about it. But supposedly it was one of the marvels of the 19th century for Bibb County. So the dam was pretty cool to her, to where she would write that. But I don't know. All I can think is they used wood slats on cables. They attached the cables to the limestone, and it doesn't tell what the dam was constructed out of, but I can't imagine them using metal. That would have been too heavy, I guess, unless it sat on top of the rock and the cables held it upright, and the river kept tension on it. But it operated a wheel that ran the flue for this furnace. And so trying to find information about it is hard. I ran into two young ladies as I was getting out of the truck that are here working for the University of Tennessee, doing a species count, studying the plants. So I told them while I was here, and they were interested in the furnace, but weren't prepared to cross the river today. Piece of steel strap of some kind. I walked a pretty good ways up the creek here. The woods are just so pretty, and it's so easy to walk. I just keep going because there's nothing stopping me from, it's just forest. I love this type of forest. This is how it was behind my house for a long time. Just easy to walk, just go and search and discover. I'm just walking. I'm not really scanning the ground with my metal detector. I'm just walking with it. And if it goes off, then I'll see what it is. I'm not just taking it easy. I'm just walking fast. And if it hits something, it hits. It's only gone off one time for that one strap I found. I'm not really here to rob the remnants of the ruins. I'm not here to do that at all. I'm not going to take anything from there. I'm just really, if there's something out here in the woods, then I'd like to rediscover it. So I walked probably 3/4 of a mile up from the ruins, and the ground does kind of pinch here. The trail, there's no trail, but the land just kind of closes in. This big steep hill right here just closes in on the river right up there, and there's no way really to get by. Colby just chased a young doe up the hill. Didn't bark a bit. He just ran with her. I think he just wants to be a deer. But he's a good boy, and he comes back. I don't even have to call him. gonna get back down here to the ruins and do a little more looking around there. I just wanted to make sure I couldn't find a second stack. Never seen this before. Looks almost like an okra. And so you got one there. It is turned into the dandelion looking thing. Seed pods that blow in the wind. That's cool. I love checking out everything. The plants, the animals, and the ancient ruins. I check out everything as I go. This is one of the most diverse places in America as far as the most amount of plants and animals in a small area here. Something else I'm into is big trees. And this right here is a big pine tree. It's the biggest tree I've seen out here. Probably 120, 30 feet tall. It's not the tallest tree around, but definitely has a big root ball. The way the bank kind of washed it away here, it showed how big the root system is on this thing. Found this chunk of steel a little ways away from the furnace. This is a thick piece of steel. It's not iron ore, it's actual steel. This thing is heavy. Set the metal detector off. I can only assume it came out of the furnace here. This thing was supposed to be 29 feet tall. And I'm seeing bricks about that far away. So we're about 20 feet away from the furnace, and the litter is scattered 20 feet away. Not a lot in between, but it's kind of evidence that it could have fallen over here. It would have been a limestone base and then fire brick on the inside. So here's our limestone base, our fire brick scattered here and there. A lot of brick right here just piled up on itself like it fell over here. Really cool though. This rubble would have, each side would have just kind of fallen. Its rubble would have fallen off each side. This would have been stacked on top of these stacks. Definitely a lot of brick missing. That would have been the collectibles. A lot of people have come here and taken brick. I'm sure of that. It probably got repurposed back then too. Brick was a commodity, so people would have come and gotten it and made something else out of it. I guess I've seen about all there is to see here. Ready to go get back in the river and cool off. But success in finding the furnace. Brown furnace. I still want to find out more about it. Find out how the dam worked, how the fan worked, all of those things. There's a little ditch here, kind of runs back toward the river. Makes me wonder if somehow a mechanical fan worked this. He made that look easy. So I really don't think that these were steps. I think it doesn't make sense the way they're made to spend this much time carving them when they don't actually lead anywhere. They're not of a good size for walking. You got this step up here. I mean, if they were carving steps, they wouldn't have made that thing 20 inches high. They would have made it a good step. I think it's part of the dam. I think it makes more sense that it's part of the dam. It doesn't go any higher up the hill. It just dead ends here into nothing. I don't think it was steps at all. I think it was part of the dam system. Part of the foundation for the dam, or it was where they anchored the cables. The ruins is straight across over there. I don't know. I wish there was a way to know. There's no photographs of this that I can find. Just articles online that say that the workers carved steps, but I think they just didn't know what it was. And because it looked like steps, they called it steps. I think it's foundation. I think they carved out places to put the foundation. And possibly this was stacked up a wall. I don't know. But I don't think it was steps. It just looks like steps. Let me get in the river before I leave. Come here. Man, that's good. That is real good. This river stays cold. It never warms up. The summer has broken, but it's a hot day. It's in the 90s today. I only brought 2 bottles of water on the hike with me, so I'm thirsty. Whew. Good times. Good times, Colby. I wish Matthew could have been here for this, but I'll bring him on another time. He's going to want to come see the ruins, since he walked so much yesterday trying to find them. Well, all right, we've had a great exploration today, and we succeeded in finding what we were looking for, Colby and I still got more history to learn about this place. I don't know that I'll ever get the real answers that I'm looking for, but I want to learn more about the dam, learn more about whether there was actually 2 furnaces. There's also controversy or whether this was a furnace or a forge. I don't really know the difference. I need to learn the difference between a furnace and a forge. And so I got more investigating to do here, but I've located what I was looking for, and so I'm satisfied in that point. So got to get home and cook dinner. See y'all later. Muircats out.